I'm going to start off with the coronavirus. I'm going to show you how they're telegraphing right in front of your face and what the coronavirus is about. Okay, so let me get started. I think one of the first things we should start with is an image of what they're here to destroy. So let's start very simply again with corona and snake. There is the Vatican. It is in the shape of a serpent right there. There's the eye, there's the eye, there's the mouth. That is a window on the inside of the building. This serpent is wearing a crown. I'm not going to bother enlarging it. I'll stretch the screens for you. I'll show you from behind the crown, the opposite direction. Here's from behind the head of the serpent. Here's the corona. Here's the serpent. And there's the serpent's tongue. And it's actually a sidewalk that goes to the halls of government, the Palacio de Gobernare. And that is the sidewalk, the tongue that I've colored in red. That is actually a sidewalk. Isn't that convenient that it's a split tongue? The mouth, again, of the serpent right here is a window on the inside of the Vatican. This is that window right here on the inside. And that window is made obviously and very manifest by this drawing. I've taken a sheep right here, an actual sheep, and I put it below the artwork that's below that window, and that is a dead sheep. So this altar is all about one thing, destroying sheep. I'll slide this over right here, and there you can see it. The entire altar is about the destruction of sheep, and that is the mouth of the serpent. And one more time, because this is kind of come into play, this is the female reproductive system. I will take the sheep right here, the altar, there is the window, that is the mouth of the serpent. I will take it, I will turn it over, I'll put that image right here, I'll slide that image right over on top of the female reproductive system, and it is absolutely identical to the female reproductive system. I don't need to go over the parts. They're all colored in for you, and they're all drawn in for you. There you go. That's why Ariana Grande did a video saying God is a woman, and she did basically the same thing as the altar of St. Peter in the Vatican. Okay, again, when the altar is right side up, it's a sheep, because this is the way they got the sheep into the system. There you go. And that same chair, that's the female reproductive system, upside down, right side up is the male reproductive system, and that represents the serpent race injecting its seed into Eve. That's why they worship the Virgin, period. That's why when you take an image of the Virgin right here, that's an image of the Virgin. All I have to do is turn it upside down, and the whole thing becomes a dead sheep. There's the eye, nostril, nostril, line in the lip, tongue sticking out. There's the top of the head, there's the ear, top of the head, there's the ear, coming down to the eye, the cheek, nostril, nostril, line in the mouth, line in the lip, tongue sticking out. So the Virgin upside down is a dead sheep. In case you think that's some kind of anomaly, I'll take another one. Here's another dead sheep. There's the eye of the sheep. There's the eye of the sheep. There's the nose. There's the tongue sticking out. Here's the ear. Here's the ear. So here's another image of the Virgin. I'll just put it over here, turn it upside down. It's a dead sheep. Now it's obviously confirmed to be correct. Just want to make sure y'all understand that. What the enemy likes to do to mock the sheep is they wink their eye and they stick out their tongue. That's why Barack Obama did it when he said, go get your health care. And he did a commercial. This is him winking in the mirror and sticking out his tongue, because he knows that's your mirror reflection is your own death. Okay, that's your review. Here you go. Coronavirus gets its official name from the World Health Organization. Let me show you the date on this. Updated February 11th, 2020. I find it fascinating that they felt it was important to tell us the time that they showed it to us, and the time that over here. I find it fascinating. I find it fascinating, the number 42. I know what it means. And here's the new official name from the World Health Organization. COVID-19, more than 42,000 cases and 1,000 deaths have been reported. The disease caused by a new coronavirus that sickened more than 42,000 people in China now has the official name COVID-19. It stands for the coronavirus disease that was discovered in 2019. Okay, you want to hear a very strange sentence? Naming an illness is not easy or as straightforward as it might appear. The original name was NCO capital V 2019, which stood for Novel Coronavirus Discovered in 2019. It's like naming a child, quote, son born in 2019. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you find it strange that someone would even write those words, son born in 2019? Okay, let me show you something. Let me show you. By the way, I want to thank Michael and Corey, and they've been sending me stuff today, and they brought these things to my attention, and I'm going to share them with you. So coronavirus gets its official, so now we have the official name from the World Health Organization. Let's go back to that dead sheep folder. What's the goal of the serpent? What's the serpent's goal? To destroy sheep. That's why you have the largest church in the world that's a serpent. That's why what's in the mouth of the serpent is a dead sheep, because the serpent destroys sheep. That's what the serpent does. Again, the coronavirus, corona means crown, and allegedly it came from bats, and now they're saying snakes. Okay? So it's kind of interesting that you have a snake and a crown associated with it. Here we go. Okay, let's go back to our article. So now they get the official name for the coronavirus, and it was today's date, February 11th, 2020. Let me show you in Strong's Concordance. You see the number C, the letter C right there? What number of the alphabet is a letter C? A, B, C. Well, I know what the goal is for the serpent. The serpent's goal is to destroy sheep. And the serpent is all around you through the host body system. That's where the serpent does its thing, through the host body system. Coronavirus gets its name, COVID. C is the third letter of the alphabet. That's the number 3. The number 3 in the Bible is Abaddon, the angel of the abyss. Okay, I've been telling you for many, many times, my purpose was to solve the riddle of ages. What is humanity really all about? What is life all about? What's this all about, this whole thing? It's angels that got trapped in a system called the flesh, and they get put in a host body with an opposing force, a demon, an angel and a demon in a host body. And if you die before you get converted and you become single, if you don't get converted, literally if the angel doesn't get turned up, then when that host body dies, that energy goes to the pit, and you become food for the angel of the bottomless pit and his system of locusts that are going to come out of the pit. That's just a fact. The Lord's let me prove it. Let me ask you this. Why do you think a bunch of locusts are going to come out of the pit? I mean, isn't that strange? That's the end game of the Bible. In the very end of the Bible, Revelation 9, when we begin all the horrors, what kicks it off? Well, the abyss opens up. And what comes out of the abyss? Well, a bunch of locusts that have tails like scorpions. I don't really care how they move. I do care that they have tails and they're going to sting men, and men will seek death and will not find it. They'll desire to die, and death will flee from them. Because the scorpions that are coming out of the pit, they are supernatural. It's a supernatural army of locust, scorpion, xenomorphs that are going to sting men, and men will not be able to, you'll be incapacitated. How could you seek death and not find it? How could you desire to die and death will flee from you? Because you're incapacitated, because you've been stung and it's probably a gestation period, just like the movie Aliens. So the number 3 is Abaddon, the angel of the bottomless pit. We'll look at that in just a minute in Revelation 9. Now, see? Does anybody know what Ovid means? O-V-I-D? Let me show you what Ovid is. Ovid is derived from the Latin name Ovidus, itself derived from Latin word ovis, which means sheep. Ovid means sheep. You're looking at it. Ovid means sheep. Ovid means sheep. COVID-19. C. Abaddon. Ovid, sheep. 19, slaughter. Abaddon, sheep, slaughter. The number 19 in the Bible is slaughter. Slaughter. So you take C, Abaddon, because I know how they communicate. C is Abaddon, Ovid is sheep, and 19 is slaughter. Angel of the bottomless pit, sheep, slaughter. Well, that's funny. The largest church in the world is that it is a serpent, and it is absolutely a serpent wearing a crown, and what's in the mouth of that serpent is a dead sheep, because that's what it was from the beginning. It was a sheep slaughter, and the Bible says, my people are led like sheep to the slaughter. I told you. I've been telling you. It's here.